Hey YouTube, Colin Lexus here. Honestly, it's a little weird these days. Freaking yesterday, some asshole at the crosswalk on the road, busy as hell street, and he tries pulling out. Damn near hits me whenever he does it. I don't know why. Freaking guy, his car started yelling at me. All I did was just yell right back to him, get back into your car, and I don't know, but I guess he was all talk. Didn't like somebody yelling back at him. I don't know, the guy drove off. But that's just one of the 3 or 4 things that happened on my way back from the store the other day. Probably the most serious thing was somebody swerved off the road a bit. Spilled their coffee on the lap. Cliche little act. But they swerved off the road, and luckily it was like a big grass slope. But anyways, how you doing, YouTube peoples? As I said, not much going on these days. I mean, yeah, we got a bunch of stuff going on in government, politics, and the damn ISIS idiots. But besides that, not much. From what I hear, it's either statewide or nationwide, but minimum wage is being bumped up to 10 an hour. I think it's just statewide though. Yeah, I'm not sure. I also heard that Congress has started the process of impeaching Obama. That says a lot. Now, if you knew my friends, they'd tell you the same thing I'm about to tell you. I'm not racist, I'm not prejudiced, I'm not sexist, anything, but I find it a little weird that people voted in Obama the second time mainly to have a black president. It's true. You look at the other candidate, he was a bit more qualified. Just a bit, not much, a bit. And this time around, I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but I'm glad he can't run again. Because he said something a couple years back about how the United States should be a sovereign nation, trying to get himself to become a king. No, I'm not going to have that shit happen. If that had happened, I know people. I can get out of the country to a place that has an actual sovereign. Besides, I have friends in Japan, they'd get me over there. Now, I don't like talking about politics on my channel. I honestly don't. And this isn't exactly a rant. This is more me just stating some truths. So Thanksgiving is next week. So gobble gobble. Then we have Christmas about a month later. In all honesty, these holidays are weird sometimes. And it's really fun to me that people mix up how holidays started all the freaking time. The fact that we have turkey on Thanksgiving is a little bit stupid. The first Thanksgiving they most likely had either roast pork or a chicken brought over by the Pilgrims. They didn't have no damn turkey. And the first Thanksgiving wasn't freaking a whole bunch of pilgrims at the table. No, it was Native Americans and pilgrims. They're sharing the thanks of each other's company, as well as the gifts that each other brought. The Americans had taught the pilgrims how to use the grain corn in making bread, making flatbreads, making a whole bunch of other things. But the pilgrims also brought over things such as different sciences, medicines. I'm not sure, but I think also potatoes is brought over by the pilgrims. And there are things that were given to each other by both sides. Christmas, if you're Catholic, they tell you that we celebrate Christmas on the 25th because it is the most commonly believed day that Christ was born. True. But there are a few other reasons. For instance, Santa Claus, he started off not as something to make children happy. He started off as, what was it? Krampus, I think it was. There's a movie coming out about the original tale soon. But Krampus was actually a evil spirit. He punished the naughty kids and let the nice kids alone. And so, over the years and over the trying to soften the blows to our kids type thing, we came up with Saint Klaus, the patron saint of prostitutes, I know, to be someone as old Kris Kringle, essentially. The person who would be giving gifts to the nice, giving coal to the naughty. And Saint Klaus was how it was originally said. But people had a hard time, some kids had a hard time saying Saint Klaus and would say Santa Claus. And so, there it is. And originally, it wasn't a fat man. Originally, skinny guy. Coca-Cola was the one that brought in our fat Santa. So there's a lot of stuff behind the holidays that people don't realize. I mean, hell, I believe there was an All Saints Day after Halloween, not too long ago. I don't see it on calendars anymore, but it's there. All Saints Day is the 1st of November. And around Easter time, you have Good Friday. Now, in my family, what's the word? You know what I mean, though. The habit of not eating meat on Fridays during Lent. On Good Friday, we don't eat any meat. At all. Not even fish. We're practically vegan on Good Friday. That's how it was anyways. After going through that for years and years, I got fed up with it. And in my house, whenever I have my own kids and everything, we're not to eat red meats on Fridays. Meaning no beef or pork on Fridays. Usually chicken. And on Good Friday, we eat fish. That's what it'll be in my house. I know several other families that also do that, so I just know it can be stark raving mad to end up eating something on Friday without even realizing the day. It's happened to me a few times. Now, anybody that play Minecraft? I have a pretty decent world going right now. I started a new tutorial world on 360. And, well, it's pretty neat. They give you a castle right off the bat. I was able to go in and clear out any of the mobs they found there, besides the villager workers. Then I built fortifications at the main gate, meaning I built the entire front. I broke down the entire front gate, which is made of fences, and I filled them with stone brick that I had mined from elsewhere, and put in just an iron door. And I lit that place up like 4th of July. So there's no way mobs can spawn inside the castle anymore. And I have a decent mine started around back. Now what I do is called a staircase mine. Anybody who plays Minecraft should know what that is. You're essentially building a diagonal line going down. Mine usually stays about the average height of 7 blocks tall per step. And then I had the stairs in. Oh. There's also drill mines, so one of my drill mines I have is where it's a straight hole to bedrock that's 20 by 20. My next drill mine I do, I want to make 100 by 100, And then the next one, mine down the entire world, layer by layer. That will take years. I'm not even kidding. But I will do it. Even if I have to do on the Xbox One edition, which is going to be just insane. Alright. A little bit of a wave war there. Oh, ambulance. Wonder what that's about. Oh no, it's not my business. So they're doing a silent approach though. So either they have the person inside there already, or they're approaching domestic violence. This time of day though, that's early. So No Shave November, day like 18, 19. Weird bald spot there. I'd say this is getting itchy. But yeah, and if you participate in No Shave November, I don't have a Facebook page for Cardinal of Exodus. I do have the Priests of Exodus on Facebook, but I have a Cardinal of Exodus Twitter page. So if you're also doing No Shave November, feel free to share a pic of it. I'd prefer you do it on the last day of November, so your beard's at the full length that it's going to be. I myself will be doing a vlog with the half-shaven beard on the 1st of December. It'll look weird, I know, but that's what that is. I do it every year that I go through a portion of the day with only half my beard shaved. It looks kind of funny in my opinion. I'm also going to be probably giving myself a haircut that day. Hair looks short, but that's because it kind of got greasy over the last couple of days. And you shower. But it actually is pretty poofy whenever I dry it up. But this is going on 13 minutes. So, hope you have a good November. Happy Thanksgiving ahead of time. I don't know why, but anyways. Call of Exodus, signing off. Later, YouTube.